idiot and augured by despair. And when the song becomes too sad, I sit before the silvered glass and comb my yellow hair. So we're kind of progressing through the year, so I'm starting to think about spring, dead of winter. So trying not to die before I finish my book, you know. Anyway, this is called If. If we are as blessed as we keep telling each other, more or less in tune with the hopes labeled as such, lining the pantry shelf, grown sparse and empty, a reflection of something not spoken in polite company, because the less said the better. We could perhaps remember great-grandmother made the finest peach preserves before the bucket grew a hole the size of dear Liza, and unbloomed fertility, synecdoche of sense, arrived so that no one knows the ripening fruit, golden color, sugared juice, fresh flesh on tiny spoons of tarnished silver, oxidizing at a frightful pace. It's a memory now, the taste, something fleeting that no longer exists until spring, if only and unless. So it got to the point, you know, you're just wrestling with your soul in the dead of winter, nobody cares. So I came up with this. This is a short one. It's called Poetry. The poem does not require the writer to ask permission. There is no act of submission except the will to act. The smallest deed subtract from a rivulet of life and flare the flame to smolder in a breath, the only thing left. Thank you so much.
Denise, could you say that first line of that last poem again? I really like that.
Yes. The poem does not require the writer to ask permission. What? It came to me. Oh my God, I was like, I don't. So the next couple of poems, I was feeling the presence of Helen Spence. I don't know how to explain it, except that I had my writing scheduled for Mondays and Tuesdays in the morning, and I would just write like a maniac for hours until I just had to go pick up the kids. And so one time I was writing and I heard someone say my name, just clear as a bell. Nobody was in the house. I got up, I walked all through the house, I walked around, looked through all the windows. There was no one there. No one that I could see. So the next two poems, I think, are really about Helen Spence.
So before you do that, you have to tell us about
Helen Spence grew up on a houseboat on the White River, and when she was 17 years old, her father, who was a hunting and fishing guide, was murdered by someone who hired him to take them hunting and fishing. So when she was 17 years old, she went into the courtroom during the trial and shot the guy 4 times in the chest in such a tight pattern that they say you could put a hat over it. And this was back in 1931, so I guess it was a fedora. So she was not treated like the fictional True Grit girl, Maddie Ross, who was a wealthy, fictional farm girl with property and means, who also wanted to avenge her father. Because Helen was a river rat like me, she got sent to the P Farm, the Arkansas Women's Prison, located at the time in North Pulaski County, just outside Jacksonville. She became an escape artist, and she made them look really stupid, and they set her up and assassinated her with a bullet behind the right ear. Their cover-up was so pathetic that everyone in the hierarchy of the prison had the worst thing possible happen to them that could happen during the Great Depression. They lost their jobs. But I'm still seeking justice for Helen Spence. So this is called Rebel. The full moon's hackles are raised, shackles erased by the blue reflection of you. My rebellion ensues. I wake with heretical yawn, forego bread and circuses, and chained feet.